make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Got a smile when I say that shit. I woke up this morning.
All right, cool. So we are live. We're live with Brendan Wilds.
Yep.
Long-term friend.
It's good to be here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, so I've known Brendan since, I think it was 4th grade whenever we met.
I think it was 4th grade, yeah.
Yeah, because he transferred to the elementary school that we were both at.
Yep, Manual.
Manual
Great times at that school.
Yeah, we were the bad kids out of all the very, very Christian, very, very straight edge individuals.
So this school, we're probably definitely the worst kids in our grade, for example, but we're actually really good kids. That's just to show how appropriate that school was, that we were the worst to come out of that school.
Right. True. So, a good story, and as I mentioned before the podcast started, a really good story I thought for you would be the story that we almost died, because I've never been so close to death.
Oh, that day. I remember that day. Okay. That was an interesting day. So, started out pretty normal, I believe. It was a while ago, so my memory's a little scratchy on it. But, yeah, we decided to go swimming in this creek for some reason. So
the reason was because it just rained. So
that's right.
It was flowing.
That's right.
It was. So this creek was a creek by my house, and I'm used to how it usually is. Like it's pretty shallow typically, but it just rained, and it's like at the bottom of a hill. So all the rain is just flowing down to the bottom, and this thing was like we would do. Basically, what we were doing is we got in the creek, jumped in, and just started treading water.
And you remember the first mile or two? It was nice too, nice, easy going. We're just relaxing, just letting the current.
It was fun. That was fun.
It was really fun. But then there's this giant log that was down in the creek in the middle of it.
A tree had fallen over, so it's literally perpendicular to where we're going right towards.
Yep. So we had to either go over the tree or under the tree, and
because we got stuck onto the current to the point that we're like stuck in a downward bench press, and we were in 8th grade about to start freshman year of high school.
So we were pretty weak at that point.
Yeah, we weren't very strong, man.
No, not at all.
I remember really being pushed down by this current, and now I probably would just jump on top of the log, but dude,
this was pretty intense.
Well, I don't. What did you do? Because I went under.
Yeah, I went under too eventually. So what happened was, because I remember right before we hit the log, the current was getting stronger and stronger. So I just grabbed onto the tree and just holding on for my life. And then, do you remember what came next?
Well, I'll tell it from my perspective.
Yeah, you tell it.
If you're cool with that.
Yeah.
I think that is just hilarious. So, all right. So, like I was saying, I'm pretty much stuck in downward bench press. I'm just taking this current as it's just shoving my body into this tree, and I'm just stuck, and I don't know what to do. So I've come to a point that I need to make a decision. I need to either go over or under. Today, I would have gone over for sure. But in that moment, being weaker like we were stating earlier, I decided to make the very, very dumb decision of going under and immediately get sucked into an undercurrent.
Yeah.
And I was stuck for probably, I don't know, 5-6 seconds, but it felt like minutes. I literally was questioning if my existence was about to just cease for forever. I thought I was about to be donezo. And I just remember, my mind's moving very rapid pace. I didn't know what was up. I didn't know what was down. I didn't know if I did a flip or what. I just knew that I needed to, start swimming. So I guessed which way was up. Fortunately, I guessed the correct way.
Yeah, 50-50 shot.
Yeah, really. Yeah, true. And I just start going and end up coming up to the surface, fortunately. And I was the first one because I decided to start swimming with the current. I caught, I got to the current before my 3 friends got there. And there's another log. I decided to get up on top of that, and I pretty much just watched my friends each go under, which I probably should have told them, do not do that, do not make that decision. And were you the last one to go under?
I think so.
So two friends go under, they come up, they're fine. Brendan goes under next.
This is the best part of the story, people. Best part of the story. Get ready for this.
So, do you want me to tell it, or?
I'll go ahead and tell it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I go under the log. I don't know what happens underwater. I don't know how it happens, but somehow both my shorts and my boxers come off. I was able to grab my boxers, able to save my boxers, but my shorts were gone. So I'm underwater for about 5 or 6 seconds, like about how long you were.
But it felt like forever.
It felt like forever. I was scared as hell.
Were you thinking the same thing? Like, were you thinking you're about to die?
I thought I was about to die, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was freaking scared. So yeah, like, I drift under, shorts come off, boxers come out. I was able to save the boxers. And then I come out of the water, grab this other log that was right next to it. I'm holding on. They're on the same log too. And you guys are able to get up on the log. I was still strapped into the log trying to get up. And by the way, guys, I'm butt-ass naked while this is happening because the current swept my shorts away. And I have my boxers in my hand. Able to get on this tree, butt-ass naked.
Well, I had seen your boxers because I saw them floating up, so I grabbed.
Oh,
I was
that's what happened?
I didn't know what they were.
Yeah,
I
you
just
know what?
grabbed
That's
them.
right. That's right, because you handed them to me. It was like, dude, you have your boxers right here.
Yep.
That's right. That's what happened. Oh god, yeah. So you guys saw me go up in that log naked.
Yeah, dude. Because you. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Anybody who's like watching the video file right now. So he's basically like, imagine this table right now. It's the like surface level of the water. He gets one of his legs and just props it up on here, and I'm up on this log already. And I just see straight butt cheek, just butt cheek. I just start dying laughing because at that point we already knew we were gonna survive. But that shit was so funny.
It was, and then the walk over back to your house was so awkward.
Oh, we had to walk up the street like we're all just naked and petrified.
Yeah. All I have on is my boxers and stuff, and I'm just walking through the neighborhood and only in my boxers. Oh man, that was a great time.
That was so funny.
And we were so dirty too.
Yeah, that was a weird. It's funny to think about now, but like it was traumatic.
It was pretty traumatic. I thought I was gonna die. It was scary.
Closest encounter I've ever had with death, easily.
Yes. Yeah, I think same here.
So you wanna talk about your experience? I was not here for this, but your mooning in middle school, or was it middle school or high school?
It was. Oh, I think it was middle school. I think it was 8th grade last year, middle school. Okay, interesting subject to bring.
Another 8th grade story.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're really good kids now, really good adults. Back in the day, we weren't so great. We were kind of troublemakers. Well, anyways. This was the last couple weeks in school, last couple weeks in middle school, really. We're on the bus, way towards the back, and there's this car behind us, and this lady's face really pissed us off for some reason. Like, she just, I don't know, we're looking at this lady, and we knew something was off with her. There's something wasn't right with her. So we decided to take the situation in our own hands. We're like, alright, so Mason, Brendan, Jeff, you guys take your shirts off and start twisting your nipples at her, get her excited. My buddy Derek, he decided, you know what, I'm going to take this to the next level. He takes his pants off, places his butt cheeks on the back of the bus window, and moons this poor old lady. Well,
this is all because a face she had, a facial expression.
Just that, I don't know, her face, man, it really got to us. We had to do something about it. We had to change the expression on her face, in which we definitely changed her expression. Yeah, me and two of my friends, we have our shirts off, and we're just kind of rubbing our nipples and making sexual faces at her and stuff. And then my buddy Derek goes full moon on her, just pulls the pants down, and just moons her.
I like this Derek character because he committed, man.
I think you've met him before. You might have met him. I think so.
Well, regardless, he committed because placing your butt cheeks on the window, man, that's evidence. It's like a fingerprint for your ass.
But yeah, speaking of evidence, little did we know that the camera on board the bus was an actual working camera that was currently recording while we were doing all of this, which is how we got caught. So ultimately, the bus ride was awesome. We all got home, no issues. The bus driver didn't know. So, you know, we just thought it was one good bus ride, nothing was going to happen. There's a number on the back of a bus. So it's for bus drivers driving. Like if they're driving reckless or anything, you're supposed to call the number on the back of the bus, say, hey, this bus driver's just driving out of control.
But in this case, it was because you guys are mooning this lady.
So this poor old lady decides to call the number on the back of the bus and issues a complaint that a bunch of kids were mooning her on this bus. So she does that. This is a Friday when we did this, so I had all weekend Monday, come back to school. First period, about 10 minutes in, so it would have been about 8:30, 8:30-ish. Me and one of my other buddies who were in the bus ride, did it with me, we're in the same class, incidentally, first period. We both get called to the principal's office. At this point...
Dude, at least you got, like, called in there together. Like, you have to face it together.
Yep. At this point, we kind of knew what it was about. We're like, oh no. How did we get caught? The bus driver had no idea. So yeah, they call us in. They interview us like separately, and they show me the video. So there's an actual video of this, by the way. And
is this on YouTube?
Oh, I wish, man. I wish. I tried to get this video. I couldn't.
Oh, really?
I tried. Because it would have been great to watch again. But anyways, he shows us the footage of the camera video. And yeah, I'm watching it. And then I just see my shirt come off. I see Mason's shirt come off. I see my other buddy's shirt come off. And then I see Derek's just bare ass. Just placed on the window. I see everything. I start cracking up while I'm watching the video. Our principal's right there next to me, too. So he asked me, is this funny? And I say, honestly, sir, I can't lie to you. This is hysterical.
No way.
He didn't like that very much.
Oh, really?
Well, anyways, for our shenanigans...
Dude, I respect that honesty, though.
Me and my buddy Jeff, we got... What was it? We got 3 days... No, we got 5 days of out-of-school suspension. No. We got 5 days of in-school suspension. I'm sorry, 5 days of in-school suspension. My other buddy Mason, who also had his shirt off, by the way, he was doing the same.
He was butt-ass naked then.
No, Derek was one who was butt-ass naked.
Okay.
My other buddy Mason, he just did the same thing me and Jeff did. He took his shirt off too. However, he was right in front of me. He was in the very last seat on the left. I was in the second to last seat on the left. So because of that, I actually blocked his view. So he didn't get in trouble at all because you couldn't really see him in the video, so you couldn't tell what he was doing. So he got off free.
No way.
Yep, he didn't get in trouble at all. Just because where he was in the bus. Because if I was sitting right here, I would have got off scot-free. But just because where he was, and I blocked his view in the footage, they didn't know he was participating in it. So he got off scotch-free, and only me and Jeff got in trouble for that. Derek got in a little bit more trouble than us, by the way.
Because he mooned.
Because he mooned, however, our frickin' school decided to play it in the whole sexual harassment way.
Ooh.
So there's another girl on the bus who, by the way, she didn't mind. She was like laughing the whole time, encouraging us to do all this. She was right next to us in the back of the bus. And in the video, it looks like my buddy Derek's taking his pants off and then like putting his ass like towards her before he puts it on the window of the bus. So they got him in trouble for sexual harassment.
Wait. So they didn't get him in trouble for sexual harassment because of the poor old lady.
Because of the poor old lady, but because of the other girl that was with us. So
they made. I don't know how they had to like kind of pull the attention away from that lady and onto this girl to make it sexual harassment.
Yeah, it was lame how they did it, man. Really, really lame.
But they also, it's also if that's the necessary requirements to get like a sexual harassment lawsuit or whatever it was, whatever.
Well, it wasn't a lawsuit or anything because basically the girl's parents would have had to press charges against them. But since.
But he got in trouble through the school.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble through the school. So basically what he got was 20 days of out-of-school suspension compared to us. We only had 5 days of out-of-school suspension. And he had to take sexual harassment classes.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a very fun time.
That's weird, though, that they had to make an accusation just to get him in more trouble.
Yep.
I feel like that's how the schools work. But anyway.
That's how they work.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Oh,
that's a good story. I like this
honestly,
story.
If I could go back in time and not do it, I would still do it.
Hell yeah!
I would still do it. Do it. It was well worth it.
I love that. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of. I didn't even write this down. I just remembered this off the top of my head. But that time that we had a lot of stories on this podcast, but I'm about it. That time that we emailed everybody. I know we talked about this.
Oh God, this is the perfect. Oh yes, perfect subject. Okay.
Yeah,
God, we were messed up,
dude.
kids,
You
man.
and I did. I probably did more stupid stuff with you than almost anybody.
Probably so.
I've done a lot of dumb shit with you, man.
I've done a lot of dumb shit too.
A lot with you, a lot without you.
Okay. So, you want to start off the emailing thing?
I can't recollect it super well, but...
Okay, I'll start it off. I'll let you kind of, like, get into it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this was the very last day of 6th grade, wasn't it?
It was...
Yeah, it was the last day.
So, okay.
Because remember... Yeah, because we wanted... Okay, because this was... Okay, until 6th grade, me and you, we went to a private school, Emmanuel Lutheran, and then we both left the same year. 6th grade was our last year. On the very last day of 6th grade, me, you, and Zach decided, well, we're going to shake some things up. We're going to get in trouble. We're going to go out with a bang. So I remember we were actually not in the same room together, which is crazy, because we were just on the phone together doing it. Remember that?
So that was our reasoning for doing it, because you and I were leaving the school, and Zach had to go back the next year.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Because Zach had to go back next year and deal with everybody. And they all... Because we lucked in because we didn't have to deal with the people who we emailed because we didn't go to the same school anymore.
Dude,
Zach still went to the same school.
You're totally right, because we never got in trouble through the school or anything.
No, we didn't. We just got a lot of trouble through our parents.
Yeah.
I think Zach got in trouble with the school because he went there the next year. So anyways, me and Zach, we're at our grandparents' house chilling. We're bored, so we decided we're gonna mess around a little bit. We're gonna make this fake email account. We're going to make it in the name, like the same name as somebody else who we do not like at all. So basically the people where you're going to be emailing, they're going to be thinking, excuse me, they're going to be thinking it's somebody else. Like this person who we don't like.
It was JL NASCAR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Jacob, what was his last name?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be said.
No, that's a good point.
I remember his last name, but it doesn't need to be said.
That's a good point. Okay. So, we don't like this kid. He's kind of a pussy. So,
at the time, allegedly.
At the time. And by the way, nothing against the guy, because we don't know him now. He's probably a cool guy now. He's probably has kids and everything. Who knows? So, anyways, make this fake email account called JL NASCAR. And we start emailing a whole bunch of girls that went to our school or our grade.
It started off with like 1 or 2 emails, and that led to the entire grade.
Yeah, we emailed almost every single girl who we had the email address of. But we were saying some pretty messed up stuff.
Like, let me get that ghetto booty over here and smack that or something like that.
Yeah, I want to get inside you so I can have little babies with you. Just weird, messed up middle school humor stuff.
And this is 6th grade. This is the end of 6th grade. It's pretty... This was a big deal within the school.
Oh yeah, and these girls who were emailing, super prissy private school girls, so it affected them a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we introduced them to the real world. Real world language is what we introduced them to. But yeah, that was...
we probably shouldn't have known, but we were definitely the least innocent of the people there. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you want to tell about another story? Wait, did we finish that one? Sorry.
Pretty much. So basically, yeah, we emailed them.
Yeah.
Their parents first tracked down the kids' parents who made the fake...
They also got the police involved.
Did they?
The police,
yeah,
the police were involved.
Right. There was a police report or something about it.
Yeah,
you're right. I forgot about that. I didn't get in trouble with the law at all. I think they just... I don't know,
I know for me, at least, like, it put my mom through a lot of bullshit because the person's name that we were kind of impersonating, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, that's the perfect word for it. Yes, impersonating.
Yeah, so the individual that we were impersonating, his mother called my mom, like, every day that summer, and my mom did not necessarily like that.
No.
So I apologize, Mom. Sorry for that. But I agree, same thing. Like, if we could go back in time and not do that, I would still totally do it.
Oh, hell yeah. And Miss Rhonda, if you're watching, I am very sorry. Because I encouraged your son to do this. It was not his fault. It was my fault, and I'm sorry.
Another thing Brendan encouraged me to do, or maybe I encouraged you, I don't know, but I used to be really into paintballing, and I had a ton of paintball, like paint, like paintballs. And we each grabbed, like, a handful, and we're like, all right, let's go throw it at shit. And we're walking down the street in my 6'4". No. We're walking down the street, and without saying anything, I don't remember who was the first one to throw it, but there is a minivan driving down the road, and we throw these paintball pellets, or they all throw the paintball pellets to Brendan and probably 2 other friends we were with at the time.
I forgot who we were with.
And they all take off, and my naive ass just stands there. I just stood there. I did not move whatsoever. And this lady ends up, like, talking to me for a little bit. I don't remember. And same deal. She knew my parents somehow. Yeah, I got in trouble for that. That was funny, though.
That was funny.
She ended up being pregnant, dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
We threw paintball balls at a pregnant lady's minivan.
We did.
Man, that's messed up.
We did.
Looking back, man, that's messed up. We should not have done that one. All the other things we should have done, but this was the one thing we should not have done.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily wrong, because it's not like we intentionally knew she was pregnant. Like, we just threw it, and then she happened to be pregnant.
Exactly. You know, it wasn't our fault.
It's like that. It reminds me of that scene in 21 Jump Street whenever he punches the gay kid. You know
Yes, and he just turns out to be gay.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't punch him because he was gay. He just turned out to be gay.
I hit him, and then he was gay. I was gay when you hit me. Good movie. Cool. Well, I guess I'll hit you with the question. What activities in life make you lose track of time the most?
Ooh, that's a good question. Running for the most part, because I always have to check, and sometimes I get surprised, like, damn, I've been running for 45 minutes. That's one thing, I guess.
Dude,
that's
that
not
in
too
itself,
exciting, though.
that in itself is that's like almost like a form of meditation. Like the fact that you're able, because that's a problem I feel like most people have. They kind of dread running, and then they go into it and they associate it with like negativity, and they're like, all right, only 5 more minutes left until I get to finish this. But you get caught up in the moment so much that you lose track of time.
The thing about running is the first 2 miles sucks. I hate the first 2 miles. If you get past the first 2 miles, get past the runner's wall. If you get about this is for me, it's different for everybody. For me, once I get about 2.5 miles in, like, my chest stops hurting a little bit, my lungs stop hurting, and I feel like I could go another, like, 3 miles. So that's usually what I do. I usually go about 5 miles, and when I go for my endurance runs, it's usually about 5 or 6 miles. But after the first 2 miles, super easy. But yeah,
I've never heard that before. After the first 2 miles, it gets easier.
And it might not be fair, but that's just what I've noticed. Because, like, so the first mile is easy. Your lungs not hurting at all. Once you get to that second mile, is that true with you? About 2 miles in, that's like when your body starts hurting a little bit, your chest starts hurting, and you start feeling those chest cramps and all that?
I never feel chest cramps, personally.
Really? Okay. That's just for me, though. Like, when I run 2 miles, I get chest cramps and all that. And then if I go a little bit longer, they seem to go away.
I get that with, like, the mentality, like, as far as, like, my mental state, like at first, I'm kind of, like, resisting it while I'm running.
Yeah.
At times I have, and, I'm like, oh, this sucks, like, I don't like doing this, like, this is hard. And you just kind of building up, like, thoughts of doubt in your mind, and then after you just kind of accept it, and also just, same thing, like, once you just kind of get in the rhythm of it, and you're like, alright, this is how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna jog a little bit, and then I agree. It does get easier.
Yeah, it does get a little bit easier. Well, going back to your original question, it was what was your question again?
What makes you lose track of time the most?
Okay, it might be running. That might be it.
Dude, that's a skill.
Work, actually, no work.
Really?
Probably work. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Especially like the last 5 hours of my shift. Because, like, sometimes I'll, like, look at the clock, like, oh, snap, I only have, like, 30 minutes left. Nice. So I would say it's probably work.
Dude, that's good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Make those shifts fly by.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Because the general purpose whenever I was writing this question, at least that I feel, is, like, if you're really losing, like, track of time in a moment, then I feel like you're, like, fully in the moment to where, like, time isn't even, it's like being perceived differently because you're enjoying it so much.
Oh.
So like time flies when you're having fun.
No, that's true. That's true.
Which that's really surprising that you said running and work, because I would say those are two where I have some mental resistance built up, especially with work. I've never been well with having jobs. At least like I think I'll be fine with like a job later on, but a job like that, like you work at Target. Like I know
that's
for
correct.
me, like I feel like I would really struggle with like losing track of time at work.
Like half the time I don't even check the time. I'm just in the back doing stuff. It's pretty much only when I'm in the back, because when I'm out on the floor, then I usually see what time it is pretty quick. But when I'm in the back room, just doing my back room activities, and like I'm not really checking my phone or anything.
So you like when you're working, you prefer a job that's going to be more constant pace, like you're constantly doing something.
Oh yeah, I hate just sitting around.
Yeah, totally.
Doing like the same thing. Like I hate being redundant and just doing the same thing over and over again. I like doing like different tasks and stuff and just changing it up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because redundancy is pretty boring.
Oh yeah. It just gets repetitive after a while. Yeah, dude.
Yep.
I could never be like a factory worker or something.
Oh hell no.
You just be caught in your thoughts all day, doing the exact same thing autonomously over and over and over.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Now in that case, yeah, I'm constantly checking my phone. Like, okay, how much time do I have left? How much time do I have left?
Exactly. Which at least if whenever I kind of like psychoanalyze my life, I guess you say, and kind of look at my life, I feel like I kind of stray towards things that like I chase the moment. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, with that being said, I don't know, I just feel like it's important to find activities that kind of get you caught, that make you lose track of time.
Definitely.
Whatever that may be. That's cool, though. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you want to go ride a gator around?
Dude, let's go ride a gator.
Yes.
All right, folks. It's been great talking to you guys. My name is Brennan. Nice to meet you guys. And we are out.
Yeah.
Have a good night, folks.
We're going to go ride a gator. Yeah. That's so out of context. If you don't know what a gator is, Google it, bitch.